The McElroy brothers are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Travis insists he's a sexpert, but if there's a degree on his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for kids, which I mention only so the babies out there will know how cool they are for listening. What's up, you cool baby?
1, 2, 3, 4. It's the start of something beautiful. A small acquaintance has blossomed, it's ripened into a precious friendship. I could have never seen what was coming for me. Hangs at the skate park, hangs by the beach. My life, it feels like it's better with you. My life, it's better with you. This is true. It's better with two. My life, it's better with you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to My Brother and Me, an advice show for the modern era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
What's up, Trav Nation? It's me, your middleest brother, Travis Big Dog Wolf from the Heater Award-winning McElroy.
It's me, Griffio McElroy. I got the fucking bug bad, boys.
Oh, no. You're sick?
Mario Galaxy fever.
I've got Mario Galaxy fever. Me and fucking every other American on Earth, $207 million domestic gross so far. Fucking, the train can't be stopped. They could have Waluigi get up on the screen and take a shit in a toilet for an hour and a half, and we're talking about 250 million opening weekend. This guy can't be fucking stopped.
I haven't seen it. Does that happen in the movie?
You know what sucks? Can I tell you what sucks, guys? I Googled Waluigi Mario Galaxy movie post-credits scene ? It's not in there, before you think I'm giving away some sort of insane spoiler. I Googled it, and you know what happened? Google AI said, early reports show that Waluigi and Wario do show up in a post-credits scene of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And guess what? They fucking don't. So
what kind of early reports? Do they have boots on the ground? They have people like on site in the trenches, like reporting on this?
I have to imagine this dipshit large language model machine found my live journal that was like, Christ Jesus, I would do anything to get these two nasty Italian brothers in the film. Please, I would do anything. And it saw that and said, well, that must mean they're in it, because it's a fucking robot. It doesn't understand like wishes and dreams. It doesn't understand aspirations.
That's what an LLM is. It's the lesser Luigi model, and it finds the lesser Luigi and tries to insert it into all the...
It tries to jam it in there. God, I was so fucking pissed off.
Are Wario and Waluigi brothers?
We don't need to. We've talked about this so many times before.
I thought they were a couple.
They're married.
Okay.
It's just...
I guess business partners.
They were roommates.
Ben and Jerry's.
Their roommate business partner married.
I realized something when I was watching the Super Mario Galaxy movie that kind of surprised me.
What's that?
I'm still, like, I was watching it and I was like, why don't I like the first one of these more?
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm seeing all this stuff, like plants I know from my childhood, pipes that I recognize as though I know my own name. And then Mario starts talking and I realize something that I don't feel great about, but I'm going to tell you guys, I still hate that he is Mario.
Yeah.
It still makes me mad that Chris Pratt is Mario. And once he started talking, I started thinking, he's still bad at this. And I'm still mad that he's Mario. I thought it's been years.
Yeah.
I'm still furious. He sucks at it.
Tell me.
He doesn't sound like Mario still.
Boys, can I have a second on a soapbox about Chris Pratt and voice acting?
Yeah.
What I think is, there was a TikTok clip, Justin, to your point.
I felt like that was what I was doing.
Yeah, no, I'm backing you up.
Can Travis have a minute Can Travis have a minute to back you up? Hard.
Are you building a second bigger soapbox behind my soapbox?
It envelops the soapbox is hollow, so it can envelop your
You know how a cake is tiered?
Yeah.
My soapbox is on top of yours, so it's higher, but it's smaller.
Yeah.
I feel like yours is bigger, and you have kind of put yours on top of mine like a dad putting his son on his shoulder. Like,
I would never do that.
Okay.
There was a TikTok clip to publicize the movie with the cast, and it was like, do your impression of Yoshi, and then Donald Glover will judge your Yoshi. And Chris Pratt volunteers to go first and then just goes, Yoshi.
So he just does it, and it might just be the only thing he knows how to do. It might just be.
It's like sucks.
When you do voices, that is technically lying, which is a sin, which Chris Pratt cannot do.
It's against his religion.
It's short for Christ. It's short for Christ Pratt. Yeah.
It is against his religion to do sinning. I will say this, boys, oh gosh, I don't want to be on this hill. So I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to get off the hill real fast.
Okay.
In Chris Pratt's defense.
What?
No. Say it with your whole chest.
In Chris Pratt's defense. Show me the voice actor that they come to, and they say, you're Mario now. And this voice actor, you can name literally anyone, says, all right. And then the casting director says, not so fast. You can't do it Italian at all. You show me the voice actor who's going to fucking crush that role.
Okay, so my first thing is, it might be nice to ask an Italian person. Like,
sure.
As long as we were putting together a list. Like, if you're like, hey, Justin, give me a list of Snow White Gentiles.
Yeah, sure.
That can play Mario better than Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
I could probably come up with 10.
Right.
You know, like,
but the same.
Mercer's going to be on the list. Fred Tescore's going to be on the list.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a lot of greats that I think would really clean his clock in a pretty authoritative way.
Yeah. Matt Mercer can walk the tightrope. Matt Mercer got Ganondorf, but do it hot. And Matt Mercer was like, I can do a hot Ganondorf. Bazinga, he gets it done. Every time.
There is also a way, Griffin, to do a Mario voice at all that's also your own. Like Ben Schwartz took Sonic, and he's not doing Jaleel White, but he's doing a Sonic voice.
Yeah. Now, I will say, Jaleel White...
You've got to stop being a Chris Pratt-ficate.
No. I'm not. That's nothing. I'm not being a Chris Pratt-ficate. I'm just saying that Sonic...
You're taking a Chris Pratt fall right now. And
I'm just saying that Sonic doesn't have a rich accent of a different sort of culture, a different sort of ethnic group. And so it is slightly easier for one to transform that role, to take Mario and do him pretty much not really Italian. He puts a little bit of on it sometimes, but like for the most part, zero Italian content in this Mario.
Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
Like there's lots of people that are better at acting than Chris Pratt.
Peter Cullen, but doing the Optimus Prime voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, this might be because you said transform a lot. And it planted the seed in my head. But if he was like, Luigi, we must get the Allspark. Like, that would fucking rule.
Now, show me a better wart than Luis Guzman. That doesn't exist. That can't be done.
That's a choice. That's something he's making a choice.
Luis
Guzman's an actor.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sounds like somebody.
I don't understand.
Sounds like somebody.
Sounds like someone. I don't know why Wart's in the motion picture. Wart's whole sequence in the movie seems like a total fucking fever dream. Wart, there's like
it's just
out of nowhere, and then Wart's there, and Birdo's there, and they're like, "What's up? We're from the one that people don't talk about a whole lot. Do you want to have a big casino fight?" And they're like, "Yeah, that seems like it'd be cool to have in the movie." And then they made $207 million domestic.
You know those packing peanuts that you get sometimes that are made from digestible materials like corn.
Yeah.
And they advertise on there like, check it out. This stuff is made of corn.
Yeah.
Like you could eat it. Don't. But like you could eat it.
But if you accidentally did.
Yeah.
That to me is Chris Pratt's acting.
Okay.
It's like they give it to you and you're like, what do you want me to do with this? Is it acting? And they're like, well, sort of. I mean, it could be acting.
Could be.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat that.
Don't eat it.
But if you accidentally did,
it's not unlike acting.
Die. Yeah.
You won't die. You'll live through it. You'll have no poops.
You won't shit.
That does happen every time I watch one of the Jurassic World movies. I don't poop for days.
I saw the Garfield movie twice in theaters, and I had to go to the hospital and get it cut out.
If you think that the same person can play a dinosaur adventure man and the world's laziest cat, I give you credit for that. Like, because there's probably an actor that has that range. It's not Chris Pratt. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's certainly not Chris Pratt.
Luis?
He's not a dinosaur man and a fat lazy cat and the hero plumber of the day. I don't think he's all of those.
What it is, Justin, is Chris Pratt has range but no aim. So he can fire arrows wildly in any direction.
Here's what's fucked up. His Mario is a great Garfield. His Garfield is a pretty good dinosaur adventure man. He's just kind of always one to the left.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt's Star-Lord brought about the idea into the MCU that literally anybody could be a Marvel superhero, and I swear to God it was the beginning of the end for the whole enterprise. The moment the audience saw themselves represented on the screen by Chris Pratt was the fucking first coffin nail. Now we're just watching a guy with a tape player running around shooting aliens. We're done.
It was also the first time that someone got super hot for a Marvel movie. And I mean, I don't know that was as bad of a sort of transition.
You didn't see Eric Bana, but all right.
You're right. Damn, you're right. Eric Bana.
He hulked out, man.
Dude,
he was like 8 feet tall.
Yeah. Well,
he got huge.
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper doing the Rocket Raccoon voice would have been better as Mario.
Bradley?
Rocket Raccoon would be better as Mario.
Yeah.
If they said Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon as Mario, I'm there day one. Yeah. I was already there day one. I'm there day zero, I guess.
Yeah.
I think they recognized sort of the shortfall, the shortfalling of Chris Pratt in the first Mario movie. The Chris Pratt fall in the first Mario movie, and that's why they gave him approximately 9 lines of dialogue in the second movie that bears his Christian name.
Yes, he sent this one in via voice memo, I think.
Yeah,
a lot. Is Seth Rogen back as Donkey Kong in this one?
Fucking no.
They got the reports in that people liked that part, so they had to get rid of it.
They said Seth Rogen. Okay, do a Donkey Kong voice. 100 out of 100 people aren't going to bring what Seth Rogen brought to the role. He took it. He owned it. Donald Glover, you're Yoshi. You can only say Yoshi. And you can say that also. Fuck, I didn't know I had that in me. You can say that also. He takes it, owns it, disappears, becomes it. It's like
Luis Guzman. You've got your plaudits. Please, Mr. Guzman, we must make time for the others.
Who am I going to play in this one? Well, do you remember Super Mario Brothers 2? No one does. Well, the final boss of that is a big frog that burps bubbles named Wart. Be him. You're him now. Own it. Become it. He does. He disappears. Where'd he go? Where's Luis?
And then he says, do I need to do the whole Luis Guzman voice that everyone always loves? And they say, yes, Mr.
And in that voice, he says Guzman. Which, like,
do you want me to do the Luis Guzman voice that everyone enjoys?
Yeah. And it is I, Danny Trejo. Do you want me to do the Danny Trejo voice as well? Oh, Danny, you're not in this one. Oh,
Danny Trejo
very well.
Danny Trejo as Waluigi would fucking slap ass. That would be good. I'd love a deep and menacing Waluigi.
Oh, and give me Idris Elba as Wario. And
Idris Elba's already Knuckles, so that can't. Idris Elba's already Knuckles, so he can't. Idris Elba took Knuckles and fucking turned it into a new, better Knuckles. Like, Idris Elba is the fucking, like, the exception that proves the rule here. Because he took it, he made it something fucking so strong that Paramount spun off a whole series about him.
He elevates the material, because if Idris Elba thinks Knuckles is cool, then maybe I'm cool too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
right?
Yeah. Hey, Idris, me too. Knuckles is cool, man. Yeah, we have something to talk about.
I do like to picture Idris Elba like entering a club going, all these nerds are with me, and like getting them in there too.
Man.
It's nice.
I hate that I'm gesturing.
I ran out for my second pee break during Super Mario Galaxy, and I, no kidding, had the thought after they brought me the cheese for my pretzel bites. I said out loud,
bathroom?
I wish that had taken longer.
Okay.
If they went to go get the cheese for the pretzel bites, I said, I wish that had been I wish that had taken more time.
It's exhausting.
I wish there had been a longer line or something.
It was an exhausting.
Now I have to go back in.
Yeah.
How often do you think somebody in a boardroom in Hollywood is pitching a Mario movie, Sonic movie, crossover movie?
Everyone is pitching that.
Yeah?
Yeah. They should just compete in the next Olympic Games. Mario and Sonic. There's precedent. A Smash Brothers game is probably actually the most likely scenario. Can you even imagine how horny Hollywood is going to be? Hollywood is going to be so horny when they're like, have you seen this video game that has every character ever in it? How toyetic is it? The most toyetic.
If they use that as like an Avengers thing where it's like, now we have an excuse to make a Metroid movie. Yeah. We have an excuse. I think they're working on the Zelda movie.
They are.
We're going to make
the Zelda movies. Actually, I finished that recently.
Oh, sick.
You got the part.
No, I'm all the parts.
Whoa.
I am also filming it in the backyard. It's pretty good so far. It's 13 minutes long. Highly sexual. I'm a professional mascot costume, fully nude. I'm a professional mascot costume maker.
You can't say that in the middle of asking a question.
Yeah, you can't inject fully nude into someone else's
costume. I'm a professional mascot costume maker, and I have recently gotten into ice hockey. I've started going to a local rink with friends and supporting the team. Go Red Hawks. They don't have a mascot, and I can't stop thinking about making one for them. How do I offer to make my local ice hockey team a sick-ass hawk mascot and hopefully get paid for it? That's Lucy from London.
I know a little bit about ice hockey, and I think that there's
follow your lead here.
I think that there is a route you can follow here that is like pretty good. It is so much easier to ask forgiveness than permission in this regard. The St. Louis Blues Hockey Club, I really like. It's so cool to wear sports stuff in the show, guys. I wish you knew what this power felt like. I feel like I can really mask like so deep when I'm like.
People really like my hair, so
that's a good
don't
point.
Want to cover it up.
My hair is kind of iconic.
True. The St. Louis Blues have a guy named Towel Man. Towel Man.
Fuck yeah.
He sits up in the nosebleeds. Every time that the Blues score a goal, they ring a bell the number of times that they have scored a goal, and Towel Man whirls around a towel while they all scream the number of goals, and then he throws the towel forward into the more forward rows. So if you know where Towel Man's sitting, you can sit in the section below him. You can buy what's called the VIP towel seat, and odds are you're going to catch most of those towels, assuming the Blues are having a good game.
Wait, the Towel Man's an employee?
No,
yeah, this is the question. You said they have a guy, and
they have a guy.
So
do they have a guy like I have a rat problem, or do they have a guy like I have an employee?
No, he's not he's super not official, guys. He wears
when you
short.
say they have towel VIP seats, they're marketing against the presence of towel guy.
He's been around since the mid-90s, and he has shorts that he painted with Blues logos, and sometimes he wears a tuxedo shirt and a little bow tie, and he calls himself Towel Man. And he spins around the towel and he throws. He just started fucking doing that. And then he's been an institution. He's at every home game. People love Towel Man. He gets a close-up. Every time they score a goal, the TV cameras zoop right to Towel Man. So that's a pretty strong mascot.
But he's not employed.
He's not a mascot, Griffin. He doesn't represent the team.
He's more of a mascot than fucking Louie. Hey, who's our mascot for our cold sport team? Polar Bear. Call him Louie for the like. It's fucking. You didn't think about that for a second. That's got huge Chris Pratt energy. But Towel Man has
Chris Pratt stars as Louie in Louie the movie.
Towel Man has lore. Towel Man has drive. Towel Man has power. He got up there and he just started fucking doing it, and then the Blues couldn't get rid of him. So if you start showing up to these Red Hawk games and you start handing out Arby's coupons, they're not going to get rid of you.
What's the exact number of times you have to throw your towel into the crowd before they're like, actually, I know what we've said the other times, but don't stop doing that.
Yeah.
We love it. Do it every time.
Yeah.
We know we've been begging you to stop throwing the towels because everybody hates it.
Yeah.
But now it's an institution and you can never stop.
I think that it would be very powerful if you started wearing a full-blown mascot costume and then just sitting there until the camera panned to you and like you're up on the Jumbotron or whatever and you're like, oh, me? I guess I could do a little like dance and maybe hype. I wasn't planning on this, but here I go.
I think that if you're a security guard at a sporting event, the number one thing you are trying to stop getting through fake mascots, because if you get somebody in there who's like you just see somebody in a mascot costume you don't recognize, it's like no. I can't today. Like, I've got a lot of other stuff going on. I don't have an email about this. Like, I can't do that. Just go to try Greg, because I can't.
I mean, it's hard to judge someone who has that kind of reaction, because I do think that mascots have gotten nastier in the last decade. And most stuff has gotten nastier in the last decade, but like you can't see some random mascot show up and be like, Are you going to be chill like Gritty, or are you going to be unchill like the Toronto Raptors mascot who just devours people, just eats people raw, whole, out in the stands every
Justin,
game?
can I extend? You're a security guard, right? You see 6 people show up. Each one person has a mascot wing on, but nothing else. Right, and then just normal clothes. Another person, the right arm wing.
Yes.
Another person, leg, chest, head. That's more. The head is probably the most suspicious.
The head's the hardest one to get in there, huh?
Yeah.
The head, I think you almost have to put onto a kid as they're walking in and then take it back after they're thrilled.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way you get the head in. But yeah, you're right, Trav. Maybe like the wing, you put it in a sling, in like a cast. They don't notice that one. You got maybe the leg, you wrap like a cast.
Yeah.
And then the other leg.
So a lot of casts so far.
So with a different cast. So you get like one person has their left leg broken.
Yeah. You know what I think? You know what I think's bullshit is that mascots only have to perform at their home games. I think that's foolish. I think that they should have to travel with the teams, and I think that they should have to be there. Do you think that when the St. Louis Blues are playing a game in Dallas, they want to fucking beat? No, they know everyone there hates their guts. And I don't see why Louis doesn't pack up and travel along with them and just try to give them strength. You're only here to help them in the home games. Kind of a fair weather fan, all mascots ever.
And I'm just going to say, in character, the whole trip.
If
I'm on the bus, I don't want to see Jeremy.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see Louis.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. That's a tough room. That's a tough room with limited periph.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's tough to win a crowd.
You have a 35-degree cone of vision.
Your FOV, yeah, it's like 20%. You know,
Mascot.
you got beverages chucking at you from all directions. It's a tough room.
Mascot Pope-mobile.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Zan-pope-i.
This is a taunting action.
Yes.
Drawing the ire of the crowd.
A Zan-pope-i, if you will, that you can drive around on the ice and you will protect him. And it's like an Orwellian 2 minutes hate. Like the home crowd's gonna love that too. Throw all of your shit at Gritty. He will take it like a fucking champ.
And it will make him stronger.
Yeah. Gritty should show up to games that his team is not involved in at all.
People would be excited to see Gritty.
Yeah.
I think that Gritty could be treated like a visiting dignitary.
Yeah.
Like you can't get mad at Gritty.
No.
And by the way, huge congratulations to whoever had the strength of vision to see Gritty through the creative process.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, as somebody who does a lot of creative work, you know, it's hard for me to imagine having an idea like Gritty and just withstanding those meetings where you're like, no, you don't get it.
You don't get it.
He's a dirtbag. He's a dirtbag and he's insane. And he's barely even aware that we're playing hockey. You know what I mean? Like and they had to go through those meetings like, no, you don't get it.
Yeah.
He's a crazy dirtbag.
No notes at this time.
Yeah. Trust me. Please just make the eyes have to be bigger.
Yeah.
I told you. Just make what I told you. It's going to rule.
Oranger.
He needs to
Oranger, crazier, angrier.
He needs to be able to hump so hard that his belly shake up and down. He needs that.
You need him to look so wild that if he froze in place for 4 straight hours, it would seem in character, right?
Yes.
Like, trust me, people will love hockey about it.
Oh my God.
Listen, I'm the one who's seen this sleep paralysis demon that I'm basing him off of.
To deal with
so
it.
Listen to me.
You have to make it so it gets out of my head.
Please.
I'm pretty sure that the person who designed Gritty also designed the Philly Fanatic, which is like a Gritty with a wild proboscis kind of coming. I mean, Philly Fanatic and Gritty are definitely related, right? Philly Fanatic is a big green monster. It looks like if Oscar the Grouch was different in every capacity except for the color of his fur and had a huge honking horn on the front of his face. Gritty is like this, but way wilder eyes, way more. A feral Gritty, I think. Is the Philly Fanatic. I think that's the same designer. And so this is a person that needs to be protected from themselves.
Yes.
That's the
period.
Got it.
Another question. I like to eat lunch in my car, but where I live, it is increasingly hot, and my car has no AC. Recently, I noticed the cemetery down the road from my work has
great air conditioning.
Has great air conditioning, and a built-in McDonald's. A nice big oak trees next to the roads that run through it. Would it be okay for me to pull over next to one of these trees and eat my lunch in the cemetery, or would that be disrespectful to the spirits that make it their home? That's from a lunching fiend. Now, I will say this pretty authoritatively. You must make sure that driving is permitted in the cemetery first, because you do not want to run afoul of that. If it is a no driving cemetery and you're just driving around, it doesn't matter where you eat your lunch, they're going to ask you to go.
Yeah, if I see someone sitting in their car in the shade of a big oak tree in the cemetery eating a hoagie, I'm going to assume that they are a detective and they are staking out, like, maybe some crime boss has gotten murdered, and like this detective is like, even though he's gone, I'm still going to watch the family because, like, I don't know, maybe he got in too deep and he felt like he was part of the family. I don't know. This is turning into something else as I sort of talk about it, but I will assume you're a detective staking out.
You boys just made me so happy, specifically Griffin talking about a big hoagie, because I was picturing like somebody like a Lydia Dietz-esque character that's like, I want to connect. I feel at home with the dead. I'm comfortable here. I'm like a poet and a poet's heart. And then they pull out a big old submarine sandwich and a bag of baked Lays and a Capri Sun, and they're just slamming it down, and it made me so happy to picture. Thank you.
Yeah.
I used to work a lot of mall area jobs, and when I was on I used to do the Atkins, when the low carb craze was all the rage, and it was not uncommon that I would take a lunch break from my mall area job and then go into the Arby's that's physically inside the Huntington Mall, and then go and order a Big Montana and discard the bun, and then sit there and eat a half pound of roast beef inside an Arby's, inside a mall, in my Best Buy uniform. Now, the reason I mention this is because I can remember thinking, I don't think there could be a more depressing lunch than this.
Yeah.
But I do want to credit this question asker because pulling into the shade of an oak tree in the cemetery because it's too hot to eat in my car in the sun may be a more depressing lunch than my retail break at Arby's. So thank you so much for this mental image. It has washed away me and my blues sucking down the slivers of roast beef.
Especially if a ghost were to roll up on you at that point and be like, whoa, hey,
sorry,
are you okay? Hey, man.
This seems sad.
I've got a lot, going on with me, but oh, boy. Oh, my.
You have to practice the interaction. If a crotchety old caretaker comes by and they're like, what are you doing? You have to be ready to say, it was too hot to eat in the sun, so I parked under the shade of the cemetery tree to enjoy my lunch. Just, if you say that full volume with your whole chest, people are going to be so confused, they're not going to know what to say next.
They can't kick you out of
Just have an Arby's with Grandma like we used to.
Yeah, I'm sharing one more Arby's with Grandma.
And also tomorrow and maybe the day after that, maybe like 5 days a week.
Tradition.
Yeah. I'm having a really hard time processing it. So I may be here eating my Arby's beef for months, really. Until winter time.
Grandma and I had beef at the end that we didn't squash. And so this is my way of squashing the beef with my dead grandma.
I want to be one of those people that see a cemetery and see it as like a beautiful, well-tended place of quietude and contemplation, and a place where one can go to reflect and sort of think about life and what's important.
Take family photos.
Let me finish my serious point before you do an unserious point. But I don't know that I can get over just how many bones are close by. There's too many.
It's like
me.
It's like hard to. Bones.
It's hard to and it's one of those things where you can't forget a thought. You can't not think about something. And once I'm there and I think about one,
it's
bone,
like don't think about pink elephants.
Yeah. But for me, it's a bone, and then it's like, it doesn't scare me, but I'd rather be somewhere with a lower, BPC, bones per capita.
Bones are everywhere, though, man.
They're really not.
You live in DC.
Okay, there's lots
people
of
have died there so much. And the whole world, long before cemeteries were a thing, people are dying. Bones are everywhere.
But
It's
dinosaurs.
one of those things when you're a parent and you do have to look at your kid and be like, yeah, we keep all the bones here.
Yeah.
We keep them all together.
The new bones. Sure, Travis, there's bones everywhere. There's lots of people who have lived and died, but a lot of those bones have turned into bone dust and enriched the soil, turned into a beautiful tree that a caterpillar eats, and then that gets powers a bird. Like, that's all beautiful circle of life stuff. But a lot of this stuff here is fairly new bones, and they're going to be around for what? It doesn't, like, again, I'm not scared. I'm not grossed out. I think I just like to be somewhere, scared. I'm a little scared.
Yeah, just a little scared.
Yeah, you can say it.
I'm just
But I don't think that bones or ghosts or whatever care if you have a sandwich. If you're eating some fries, you're having a burger, I don't think that's what would bother a ghost.
Yeah. Now, wait, do you make crazy noises when you eat a sandwich? When you slop one down? Are you like,
now that's
with your windows rolled down? Because don't do that. Don't munch super duper loud and tear at it like the Tasmanian devil, flinging lettuce all over the place.
Griffin, only now do I realize that in your head they're still in their car parked under the big oak tree eating their lunch. That's why they look like a cop, and not because you thought that detectives always eat sitting on the ground under a big oak tree.
Would it be okay for me to pull over next to one of these and eat my lunch in the cemetery? So at what point did they say that they do get out of the car?
I just assumed they got out, and that's on me. I realize this now.
Spread a little blanket.
Have a little picnic. Okay.
A picnic in the cemetery.
I don't think that feels.
They like to eat in their car. They love
to eat in their car.
It's where all their stuff is.
They love the smell.
They can listen to their favorite tunes.
Podcast, maybe. Should I be so bold?
So, I think they're in their car. I think they're in their car.
Let's take a break and head on into the money zone.
It's better with you.
So Squarespace is our first sponsor this week. Squarespace lets you make websites that can do basically anything.
Like what?
Well,
like what?
Like a business. They can do a business. They can help you sell.
They run the business for me?
Well, it won't run the Well, I don't know if it'll run the business for you, but it'll let you sell products and services in your time on there, and then you can get paid. They do invoices. They do appointment scheduling. I might just do one of these. I would love to have appointment scheduling, like a platform,
a website for you, just
a platform for me. I get a lot of requests, like, "Hey, can I have 10 Robux?" And I'll say, put it on the calendar, man. You got to request the appointment to get your 10 Robux because I need you to prove that it's a necessity.
Make me a pitch.
Make me a pitch. Why do you need the Robux for the fucking Mr. Beast fart race 2000? Tell me why.
Because if it's recurring, it's Make sure Tommy Tallarico gets his oof money.
Yeah. There's no way he's getting paid for that.
Why does Rachel keep asking you for Robux, Griffin?
Well, she has a deep addiction to Mr. Beast Fart Race 2000, and she says she's got to be number one on the leaderboard so that Senpai will notice her. I say, babe, Mr. Beast is not looking at the leaderboard on his Roblox game. That's crazy, dude. But she says, please, I need 10 Robux. I say, you have money. Like, you have money. I don't know why And she says, I never learned how to buy the Robux. Because you can buy them off-site, off-platform, and you get a better ROI because Apple's not dipping their snoot in. I say, babe, it's one URL. But she doesn't want it. She doesn't want to hear about it. So Squarespace, all three of us have used it to make a million websites. And it truly is easy. It makes something that looks good. And I mean, shit, man, you know by now if you need a website for your business or for yourself. And if you do, just fucking use Squarespace because it could not be easier to make something that looks good and is so functional and is so great. So head over to squarespace.com/mybrother for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MyBrother to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
And if you want to, if you find that URL hard to remember, you can check out griffinrequests.com, and it's going to get you right there. Thank you so much, Squarespace.
Really
and thank you, griffinrequests.com. Huh?
There's no way you snatched that. No, that doesn't. That site can't be reached.
Griffinrequests.com. Check it again in 30 seconds, jabroni.
Griffin called me one day and he said, Travis, I'm hemorrhaging money.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. And I say, oh, Griffin, sign up for Rocket Money. And he did. And then he called me back and he said, Rachel is spending $8,000 a week on Mr. Beast fart race.
2000.
And I said, okay, well, you need to cancel that. And Griffin said, I don't have the courage to stand up to my wife and tell her to cancel it. So then he had Rocket Money cancel Rachel's subscription to Mr. Beast fart race.
Rocket Money saved my marriage. Rocket Money saved my marriage.
Wow.
Rocket Money saved my marriage. It says here to say it 3 times, so it really locks in there. But it did.
So if you're looking to get your finances in order, right? Rocket Money is the personal finance app that helps you find and cancel unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. I use Rocket Money. I found it incredibly helpful, incredibly useful. If nothing else, and I keep this pretty close to the vest. You guys might not know this, but I have ADHD.
Yeah.
I know. And there are times
you still haven't told me what that stands for, but
so when
it's
you're
part of the
older,
great mystery.
I will look at a thing and be like, I need to cancel that. I'm paying for that thing. I need to cancel that. And then as soon as I look away from it, it's gone from my brain and I'll never do it. So being able to just click on Rocket Money, please cancel this for me, Daddy. And then they do it. It means the world to me. Thank you so much, Rocket Money. They can also categorize your transactions, keep track of stuff for you, let you know where your money's going. It's incredible. So let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/mybrother. That's rocketmoney.com/mybrother. rocketmoney.com/mybrother. Let Rocket Money Daddy help you today.
I want to say now that Rocket Money doesn't project the energy out maybe that Travis has assigned to them in this advertising spot. There is no sort of like Dom.
They don't help?
Sort of. Well, yeah, my
Daddy doesn't have to be a Dom thing, Griffin. It could just be a nice.
I'd rather talk about anything else.
Max Fun Drive starts next week. Max Fun shows like this one are creator-owned. The network is worker-owned, and we're all supported by members just like you. Max Fun Drive is the best time to support the shows you love. You can get Drive exclusive gifts, a bunch of new bonus content, and join in on the fun as shows hit their milestones. Plus, we've got dozens of meetups and counting. We got live streams and more. So stay tuned because you don't want to miss it. Max Fun Drive 2026 is starting Monday, April 20th.
I'm Jordan Crucchiola, host of Feeling Seen, where every week I have a different actor, director, or writer as my co-host. And whoever that co-host may be, it is a sure bet that we are digging deep and having a great time doing it.
I love that you just said that.
Yeah, I mean, if I were going to join a cult, I think this might be it.
A fresh look at your favorite film and a peek behind the curtain at how movies get made.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna tell you this whole story. Okay, I almost got fired from that movie.
You should be listening to Feeling Seen.
I had so much fun. I love what you're doing.
I hope I did okay.
New episodes every week on Maximum Fun.
I want a munch squad. I want to munch squad. Welcome to Munch Squad. It's a podcast within a podcast profiling the latest and greatest of brand eating. Here's the scoop.
Ooh.
Saucy by KFC introduces Drips by Pepsi, crafted beverages across all locations.
Wait, what?
You heard me right. Exactly what I said when I said it just then.
Yeah.
Saucy by KFC. Saucy by KFC introduces Drips by Pepsi, crafted beverages across all locations.
Can you have a
Bold
sentence that
drinks.
is all proper nouns? Because I didn't think that was grammatically possible until this moment.
It's Saucy by KFC. Drips by Pepsi is Saucy by KFC.
Awesome.
And this is what I'm trying to get.
I'm hung up on the crafted beverages.
Well, look at them, Travis. They're beautiful.
But what is
look
that?
at these crafted
What is crafted?
beverages.
Tell me in that
They're
moment.
crafted beverages.
Someone made them.
They're crafted by Pepsi, Travis. It's a flavor-forward experience with the introduction of Drips by Pepsi crafted beverages. You know how when you're thinking about Pepsi, the image in your head is like a man in like a cap in a leather apron, and he's crafting a Pepsi.
Yeah.
You know, that's the image of Pepsi. It's like a craftsman. Well, now they're crafting beverages for you. A new lineup designed to elevate the brand's signature chicken tendies and sauce-centric menu.
The KFC brand. I mean, see, this is where it's going to get confusing. They can't say the brand because I don't think Pepsi's out there.
Saucy by KFC has 10 locations. Okay. Right? And all the drips by Pepsi are at Saucy by KFC. Saucy's like KFC, but just tendies, basically. And a sauce forward. Yeah. It's about flavors. It's about sauce. It's about drips. It's about Pepsi.
So it's a sauce forward and a flavor forward experience.
A fifth beverage, Tropical Energy Escape, will be exclusive to the flagship Carrollwood location in Tampa, Florida. So
Tropical Energy Escape does sound like what the CEO of like an oil company does after he's been found out, like he's been defrauding millions of people, and he's like, ooh, I better make a tropical energy escape.
He's got a Dr. Evil rocket that just sort of blasts off.
Yeah. Takes him right to a tropical island with no extradition policy.
Each drink incorporates layered flavors and mix-ins, such as caramel cold foam, jalapeno, and popping boba to deliver a customizable, flavor-driven experience.
Awesome.
So you got a Pepsi, zero sugar, salted caramel fizz.
Crazy.
There's Tropicana Rainbow Splash Lemonade. That's Tropicana and Starry blended with passion fruit and pineapple.
Okay.
Mountain Dew Chili Chill. That's Mountain Dew and Tropicana Lemonade with pineapple, jalapeno, and mint, finished with tahini.
I don't care.
And then there's Pink Ray's Pop. Yeah.
How much you love jalapeno. I could see it in like a margarita, right? A beverage like that. The idea of like, here's a soda to drink with your meal. Surprise, pranked you, punked. I put jalapeno in it.
Drips by Pepsi was built to redefine what a crafted drink experience looks and tastes like. And we're thrilled to bring that vision to life on Saucy by KFC's bold, flavor-forward menu, said Scott Finlow, Global Chief Marketing Officer of PepsiCo away from home, and presumably someone who still has to sleep at night. Quote, Saucy is the perfect partner to debut these beverages and deliver a flavorful, share-worthy experience. Saucy by KFC positions itself as a flavor-obsessed playground.
Holy shit,
where sauces are the centerpiece and chicken tendies serve as the canvas for customization across formats, from dipping to sandwiches and wraps.
Okay.
They've used the phrase flavor forward multiple times. Are there people crafting flavor neutral and flavor backward food experiences? Like,
that's
presumably.
That's nice and everything. If you go to KFC presents Drips, KFC presents Saucy based on a book by Sapphire. Saucy by KFC.
Saucy by KFC featuring Drips by Dre.
Drips by Dre. If you go there, you can eat spicy mango chutney chicken dippers and jalapeno pesto ranch dippers, and then you can drink a goddamn salted Mountain Dew with mint and tahini and jalapeno. So yeah, Travis, it is a flavor-forward experience. The sheer number of flavors you can get with 2 menu items.
We need to stop moving flavors forward there. That's too many flavors. Maybe flavor backwards.
Flavors. Yes.
With Drips by Pepsi, we're extending that creativity to beverages with bold, playful combinations that elevate every bite and sip experience.
I don't think I want a playful experience in my soda.
If I drink a regular Mountain Dew, that's playful enough already. If I drink my body wouldn't know what to do with a Mountain Dew at this point, at 38, almost 39. It wouldn't know what to do. I don't need to mix in a lot of other stuff in there.
Every time I drink a dark soda, I'm playing a dangerous game of will I get a kidney stone?
Yeah, for sure.
So like I'm playing a dangerous game enough over here.
Yeah.
I, in conjunction with Yum Brands and PepsiCo, am hosting 3 events in Florida to celebrate expansion and I personally to celebrate new restaurant openings in Florida. Select locations will host Saucy soirees, high energy grand opening events featuring what? There are four different things that it lists as being part of a saucy soiree in Florida. Okay, celebrating these high-energy grand opening events. There's 4 things that I know that will be at them. In Jacksonville, Gainesville, and Tampa.
Pitbull.
What? I mean, maybe a Pitbull tribute band. Like, what are you talking about?
I was just going to say live music.
It's Saucy by KFC.
Is live music one of the 4 things present?
Live DJ.
Live DJ, okay.
Bikini contest?
So close. Sauce sommelier.
Okay.
Oh, I was right there. I was 1 degree off.
Water jetpack dancers.
Guided sauce bar tastings.
Oh, I was about to say mixologist.
Come with me. Take my hand.
No, that's what the sauce sommelier does. He takes you on a journey through the sauce bar tastings. There's also giveaways.
And then I assume the 5th one is recovery tent.
Right.
IV drip.
They also have flaming diarrhea hole.
Yeah.
It's a hole there where there's fire underneath it, like a literal incinerator.
And you just
it's the only
blast off.
safe way.
And then they've invented something here. It's just called a bowel movement doula. I don't know, but
we're just massaging it through the lower bowels.
Breaths,
you need to breathe through this part.
Do you want to do this in the bathtub? Yeah.
Okay, so that pain you're feeling, that is the jalapeno sauce. That's making its second run through the lower intestine.
That is natural and beautiful.
That's awesome.
Okay, this is not as important, I would say, as this information, but I did want to share this discussion with you. Burger King tests sliders box in 2 markets. So you know how things have been lately?
Yes.
You know
how things have been lately where everything costs $800? Well, here comes Burger King to the rescue with a possible sliders box. Now, this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about, and this fucking may not even be in the podcast. I don't know. What is happening?
Yeah.
What is happening? I think Burger King does not want to reveal the size of the sliders. So they have made a box with 6 tiny hamburgers, and I know what you are thinking, how that is what a slider is, but it's not. These are hamburgers that have clearly been shrunk down, and then they're showing a hand holding it. But do you see what I'm saying, guys?
It's like the thumb is
thumb's inside it.
The thumb is burrowed into the burger. I think they
don't really want to show you scale, I think.
Yeah.
I don't believe any of those elements were present in the same building.
No. That's a superimposed PNG, definitely. These burgers aren't. These are normal sized mid-1990s burgers. These are normal sized. 30 years ago, this is what burgers looked like, and now there's 6 of them. This does not a slider make.
I don't think this is what the offering will be. I feel like they took pictures of their regular burgers and hit Control-T and shrunk them down to this size. I swear to God.
They also put 2 different boxes at 2 different sizes. One's wide open.
Right.
One's
Yeah,
closed.
Trav.
Which box is it?
Crazy, dude.
Yeah.
There's the king size sliders are bold, flame grilled, and snackable burgers designed for whatever craving strikes.
Anything snackable if you try hard enough. That's
right. Guests can build their own box of 2 or 6 king size sliders. Okay, Trav. So that's what we have.
That's
we
why
have
there's a little box.
Yeah. Yes,
and
but
then
the
there's
box
a 6
is
box.
Even with that information, Justin, go back up.
The scale is wrong.
It doesn't look right.
The 2-sized box is like
wrong. It's wrong.
2/3 the size of the 6 size. What's happening?
Yeah. You should be able to
100%.
fit 4 or 5 burgers in that other box.
From sharing with friends to sampling a little bit of everything, the king size sliders box is built for how today's guests are craving more variety, more flexibility, and this is the part that really fucking cooks my noodle, guys. No tough choices.
Thank you.
I mean,
that is the last line. The last line of this fucking press release. It's built for how today's guests are craving more variety, more flexibility, and no tough choices. If you are at Burger King and you're looking at the menu and you think, boy, this is tough. You need some tougher things. You need some harder things in your life, I think.
I think, honestly, if you decide no tough choices, I'm going to get 6 of
burgers.
These burgers to eat. You have put a tough thing in your life. I would say you've made life hard on yourself.
You've made a huge, difficult choice without even realizing that you've made a huge, difficult, life-altering decision.
Potentially, yeah. 6 boigies.
Potentially.
6 boigies. I'm different after that. I'm different now.
You may be thinking back to this moment in several years, sliding door style. If only.
Sliders doors.
If only
I could change one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Clarence.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back.
Yeah, Trav, actually, to this point, the decision to eat either 2 or 6 tiny hamburgers is really hard because that is a hugely different thing. I mean, especially 2 or 6?
There's 3 varieties. One box only has 2 options in it.
Right.
They know what they're doing.
Difference.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference. If someone called you and said, what are you doing? You say, I'm eating 2 small hamburgers at Burger King. Oh, interesting. Here's what I wanted to talk to you about. What are you doing? I'm eating 6 small burgers at Burger King. Oh, God, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Stay put. Promise me, David. Promise me.
It also seems like there's no dividers or containers within this box.
No.
So it's also a fun way.
Damn it, Travis, you're right about that, too.
It's a fun way to end up with a real jumble of burgers.
Yeah. Give me a burger ball.
There are, guys, I'm not kidding you, probably 150 discrete components in this box. If it was like accessories, right? There's like probably 150 things. There's like onion petals and little pieces of bacon and cheese slices. Like, this thing's going to be a wreck.
Yeah, it's a disaster. This box ain't getting through your front door.
It's not no way. Door smashed, more like. It's not getting there. All right. Well, that's the news. That's the news of what's really important. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. I'm sorry, as I am so many weeks, that I talked about fast food so much.
It's just they're really, I don't know,
Some weeks they're not wilding out, and they were really going in hog wild this time. I had to mention it.
Should I throw my fantasy football championship ring?
Oh my God, we have so much stuff before we throw something.
I know that, but I really want to get in the headspace.
Daddy got you that, and it's a sports award, and you're the one who has it.
Sports award,
if
that
you
would be
break
very
the
sad.
Sports award, I'll be pissed off. Dad'll be sad. I wouldn't throw your sports award.
I could throw this box of cosmic brownies I just have sitting on my desk.
Now we're talking.
Dang.
Now we're cooking.
Max Fun Drive starts next week.
Whoa.
Get stoked. There's a lot of fun content coming. And I'm sorry I called it content, but it's just the only term general enough for all the crazy crap we're going to be doing next week.
Yeah, there's a lot of different
It's going to be a lot
stuff.
of fun. I hope you're there.
Along that line, make sure you follow McElroy Family on Instagram because we'll be posting about we're doing streams the whole time.
Constantly.
And posting shit and everything. And we'll be posting it all on McElroy Family Instagram to let you know when that happens.
Get on board.
Can I mention to you that Montaigne is doing an Australian national tour in August? Montaigne obviously created our incredible theme song and is an incredibly fun performer who, if you follow them on social, you really see someone who is pushing to evolve artistically constantly. And it's a really fun sort of journey to watch.
Yeah.
So go to montaignemusic.com.au for details.
Thanks to Montaigne. Thanks
to Montaigne.
We have some new merch at the merch store. We got the Crow and Wilson enamel pin. There's a Miggy Prayer candle, a bunch of new stuff. It's an honor to win shirt celebrating our. It still feels good, by the way, guys. I don't know if you still are getting the shine.
It's very,
every morning
very
when you wake
validating.
up.
I put it on a resume this week, and I couldn't have been happier.
Still waiting on that award.
I was so unironically delighted.
Haven't gotten that award yet, though, huh, Trav?
Yeah, no. Still waiting on the shipping on that one.
All right. They'll reach out.
Hand delivered, I assume.
Yeah. All
Travis, we were talking about this with Dad recently, and Travis was talking about not doing a speech, and Dad said, well, at least you brought home the hardware. And Travis said, well, actually, I didn't do that either. They're going to mail it.
They're mailing it.
They're going to mail it.
Is there a safe... Travis, I got to say, I want to... And honestly, this could be for you too, Justin. I worry about... I think you guys should maybe buy those nets that they have at batting cages so that you have a great surface. I have a huge surface here that I can yeet whatever into, and I'm probably not going to fuck anything up as long as I don't smash the Deku tree. I worry that Travis doesn't have a great spot to chuck this box of cosmic brownies.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we didn't expect that at all. Didn't expect that at all.
That was great. All right, thanks. My name's Justin McElroy.
I'm Travis McElroy.
I'm Griffin McElroy.
That's my brother. Me kissing your dad square on the lips.
He threw the brownies individually. 4
separate ones. Yeah.
It was one. But each one was like one frame in the video.
Yeah, it was really good.
Like a slideshow.
Now I can only find 2.
Uh-oh.
You're sitting on me.
Oh no.
Maximum Fun,
a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows,
supported
directly
by you.